What's up, guys? Mega Bleeder here with, I believe, episode 6 of Mechanical Mastery Plus. I didn't do much between episodes, but we do need to fix a problem. I was trying to do some stuff and found that we have an issue. So let's go check it out and figure out how we're going to fix it. Okay, so downstairs here, what we actually have is these are getting loaded up with way too many nuggets, and they end up falling off. And every time I come down here, I'm collecting a bunch of nuggets. And I don't really have a place to put them unless I maybe made some more compacting drawers. Our storage solution up here doesn't have a whole lot of space, so what we're actually going to do is use these inventory readers and a variable store to modify when these logic cables output resources. So we're going to hook these up, and I believe I have an idea of how this is going to work. So we're going to need a variable store to put the items in, to put our cards in. So let's take a look at this. If we look at a drawer that's completely full, something we're not using, let's take silver. If we scroll down, we see that we've got 46,592 items in here. Now, I don't think that this is smart enough to tell the difference that there's only 512 blocks of lead in here. I believe if we used another reader, or possibly if we did, if we pulled another, so if we pulled, what is this, type item, gives a list of items in the inventory. We could probably use a different thing here, but we're actually going to use this one here, and we're going to tell it to not output the raw resource if this is full enough. So we can just see a bunch of copper popped out. Apparently this has a limit of something like 500 items or something. I don't know, but once all of the crushed raw copper gets put into here, it gives us an issue. And there might be, I could probably do this a more easy way. Like what I could probably do is change these to have different interface channels, and then set this to match the interface channel, and then actually change it to export item amount, so it only puts like, I don't know, 10 in here. I could probably do that, but I think this is a little bit more fun, and it uses a little bit more logic than I'm used to using. So we're gonna fix the copper one. I know is one that is a big issue. So we've got copper and nickel, so I think that we're gonna fix those first. So what we're going to say is we're going to take, I think I'm gonna need a chest to just kind of store some of these things. Let's use a barrel. Let's put some of these in here because we're going to need lots of room for variable cards. So what we're going to do is say inventory count. We're going to take our inventory count number. So now this variable card knows the inventory count of this drawer. This is going to be our copper. And what we're going to do is we're going to say if there is less than, let's say, 45,000, then it's going to output that copper there. So I think what we're going to need is an integer, because we're going to say, hey, you are 45,000. And we're going to say less than if the number in the drawer is less than 45,000, it's going to output true. But we also need it to be specific to the copper. So I think we'll say if this is true, These need to be 2 integers. Let me look at this again. I'm not super great with coding, so I'm trying to figure this out almost kind of on the fly. Okay, so looking at it, I was searching and searching and searching through this programmer and couldn't find exactly what I wanted. But if you do know a way that I can make it work a little bit better, that would be awesome. So what I am doing here, I changed the interface channel to 2. I changed this channel to, this needs to be 2. Okay. So now this only sees, this logic cable only sees this interface. Okay. What I then did is I have a card here pulling from this inventory. Is there a way to see? There's not a way to look at that there. So what I did was, we're looking at that inventory there. I'm actually going to move this down here. So we're looking at that inventory, and I'm going to put that in the second slot because that's like the second slot over there. So this variable store says, hey, if this inventory has less than 45,000 items in it, then it is going to output a signal of true. So it's looking at the variable IDs, 88 and 89, saying if this is less than that, output a true. So now this, once this millstone, or once this drawer gets under 45,000 inventory slots, or items in its inventory, it will then start to output that. And if I take out a stack of blocks, we'll actually see it happening. So here it put a bunch of copper in there. So now it's going to wash all that and then bring it into the system. I can take all this copper out, put it back in there. And I went with 45,000 just a round number, just to put it out there. So we're going to fix our iron. We're going to fix all of these, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. So we'll start with, let's say, let's just start with iron. So what we need to do is we need to come down here and say, okay, inventory count. It's taken the inventory from this now, and we need to take our 45,000 out of here. And we're going to say, if we scroll down just a little bit, if the drawer is less than 45,000, you're going to output a signal of true. We're going to put the drawer in there. This is iron. This is copper. And I'm actually going to need to copy this, which I believe I could do just this way. You can put a variable card and a blank variable card in, and it will craft another one. And I need to do that here. See, this is red because it cannot see the variable ID 89. So it's a type, the value, and the variable ID 89. So what we're going to do, this is on channel 1. This is on channel 1. This is on channel 1. So we'll say you're going to export all items. And you are going to export all items. Now neither of these can see this card because it's not exposed to the system, but once we put it in the system, we will see iron goes in there, and then once this gets some more bought, it will also go into here. Sweet. So let's go ahead, take that guy back out, and we're going to do that for all of these. We've got our gold. I'm going to place that here. We're going to take our gold. We're going to take our nickel. We're going to take zinc. I believe this one is lead. No, that's silver. This one is tin. And last one that we have set up currently is lead. So now we need to set all of these up with that same logic. I'm going to make a little bit of space here. 6, 7, 8. These got mixed up. And let's go ahead and try and put some of these nuggets away. I just need like one inventory space. There we go. So now I'm going to say, if we go to our less than, if we say you are less than this, then you're going to output a signal. That's there. Now we'll just change it to that one. And then this one. And we can see here these are changing. So 96, 97, 98. So we'll change it to 99, 100, 101. Now if we look here, we can see 96 and 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101. So what we can do is if we put these in here, and then we move over to here, we can see we're going to put that one in there, and there. So each one of these will get its export, and all of these are modified. I did that just before, so channel 8, channel 8. And now all we need to do is drop in our integer card, and now we can see all the red goes away on these. We get some more nuggets pop out, more nickel. So what we will see now is most of these are actually not going to be outputting anything because these drawers are full. And you know what? We have enough money. So let's see. Gold. I think all of these are pretty much full. Gold is not. But from nickel to the end, they are full. So I'm actually going to just take everything out. And they're not going to output because they have over 45,000 items in it. The gold and the iron do not. And I'm actually just going to throw these away. I am just throwing money into the void. But as you can see, we've got almost 35,000. And these are resources that we're not using right now. And that was giving me a little bit of a headache every time I came down here. I was picking up more and more and more nuggets. So we can see that the iron is working, and we can see that the gold is working, but we can also see that we're low on iron, we're low on gold. And to fix that, let me take all these items back into my inventory. These are kind of what I was working with. We're going to add in another millstone. So if we craft another millstone, and from integrated dynamics, we're going to need another interface, another exporter, and that should be everything. I was building a grass platform. I would want to try and get some cows. We need milk. So we'll place down the millstone. Good thing we still have enough stress units to be able to do that. If we place this down, expose it to the network, so now it can see. We need to put this down. This needs to match this channel of 1. And we can't do that until we put a cable on it. So we need to say, hey, you are channel 1. And then I'm going to take this card out and copy it this way. Now I can say, you go there. And what was that? Export items into an inventory until 10 items are in that inventory using an item exporter. What? That seems like a weird thing to get. I feel like I've done something like that already with all the systems that we have in place. Okay, so we're making gold. We are making iron. That is washing the iron. I do want to make sure that we are not going to back up on the crushed, and I think that we're good. And now it's just going to be a question of whether or not we're making enough iron, because we're using iron. I think we're using iron for gears, and then we're using iron to make steel. Yes. And steel is being made here. So we are, because of the pulverizer, demolishing our iron. So we might even have to add more to our iron system. Now, that's over here. These are set up in line, but if I put another millstone here, I could make sure that it's just outputting on that channel 1, and it could be used to make iron instead of copper, which I might end up having to do. We've got 37 iron blocks. I'll just kind of have to keep an eye on it and see, make sure we're not gonna run out of iron. I might have to regulate how much iron we're actually outputting. We are buying enough. So we did tick up to 37 there for just a second. So I think that we are in a surplus of iron. Yeah, 39. I think we are gaining more iron than we're using. So that's good. But we might have to modify that. We'll probably modify that in the future, because currently we are getting a 30% chance for a second one, and then this is being used to wash into basically 1, and a 20% chance for extra nuggets. But in the future, let's see, in the future, we can go with a better system for this. That would be, we could get into using this one. I think this like triples, but I'm not certain. That one's the same. Getting into mechanism gets us a really big return. I think mechanism would be the next upgrade that we would get to. Okay, cool. We are definitely making more iron than we're using. I guess the only other question would be gold. 240. So 240. All right, so we got that fixed up. We got that fixed up. I did put some resources down here. I'm going to automate these with some armor stands and whatnot. The thing that I was working on now was actually setting up a platform so that hopefully we'll get some animals. We need some cows. So what I'll probably do is just hang out way over here, and hopefully some cows will spawn. Is there a way? There's not a way. Oh, I can buy cow eggs with a tier 3 thing, but I think what we'll end up doing is, where did those chicken eggs go? Did I put them in here? No. Yeah, I put another chest up there because we were running out of space very quickly. But I'm going to grab the chicken eggs. Here they are. And I'm going to get some fences set up, get our chickens placed down so we can be farming our chickens. And then I'll come back once I figure out what we're doing in the next clip. Okay, so I got our chickens down, put down a small farm because I needed some flax to be able to make the carpet. And I also, you can see I upgraded our chests and our barrels here using a diamond upgrade. I also made this feeding trough and this chicken nest. This just automatically collects the eggs, and this is just one drawer that I had, so they're just getting pumped into here. So we've got a ton of chickens. Also, I went ahead and made another platform. We originally had a dripstone block and a pointed dripstone by our original cobblestone generator that I had gathered a couple of blocks of lava. So I had 7 buckets of lava. I had 7 buckets of water, so I created this, and this has just been running for a while. So we're up to 69 buckets of lava. Nice. And that's just going to sit and run and be nice and passive for us. I also set up this fence. I kind of thought it made the area look pretty neat. I set up a washer here to be able to get concrete. This right here is light gray concrete. And I also set up a platform underneath. Just that way we have access to the underside of that. I'm not sure what I'll put down here, but it's always good to have kind of platforms under your platforms to be able to maneuver around. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do now, I want to go and check out the Nether. I'm not sure if it's a void or not. So we need buckets of lava. I think 10, yeah, 10 will do us just fine. And then we're also gonna need water. No, we're gonna need a bucket. A bucket, and we'll take some cobblestone. And I actually thought it would be kind of neat. Should we put the portal here or there? I think we'll put the portal over here, since we have our kind of grass patch here. We'll put a mob farm over here. So we're going to put our nether portal over here on this side. So what we're going to need to do for that is create a place for us to put our lava. Like that. And we're going to go 3 tall. So we can do that there. And if we place down our lava, or place down our water, I mean. And this one I'll have to do here. I'll have to place that one in here. And then this one like that. And then we can break all the cobblestone. Gonna need flint and steel, which I do have. We won't take the water. I will take the cobblestone. Flint and steel. And I don't remember, is there a set? No. How about... There's no set at all. There's no home. So let's light our portal, which we cannot light. Okay. Wait, what did that say? Nether portal is disabled. Okay, so... How do we get to the Nether? Is there some sort of cake? I am not seeing anything. Portal. There doesn't seem to be. Interesting. So we can't go to the Nether at all in this pack. Netherrack. Netherrack we would get from... Get it from the material or the stonework factory. We could haunt clay. That's not bad. We could do it this way with cinder flower. We're not going to Get cinder flower unless we have another rack though. We can dry magma blocks. Can we buy? How did I see? Oh, we can mechanical drying basin lava. Okay. Because I'm gonna need blaze. I guess the blaze effigy is the only way to get it. And to get that, we need skulls. Okay, so this is doable. So we can do that. And then ender pearls, cinder flower. Okay, so the cinder flower can just be washed. The crushing wheels, we need the mechanical crafters. Okay, so we need the blaze effigy, which needs a dormant effigy, which is gonna need bones. If we process these, and a pulverizer we get 4, and a millstone we get somewhere around 6. And a crusher we get 4. The crusher is faster, and I do have one down here that's set up for a really basic automation. That's going to get us bones. Let's see, what else do we need? For the dormant effigy, the skull needs the basic mechanical essence. We have some of those. Black dye. Black dye comes from... it's either charcoal or coal. So we can take coal. Also put this in here. That gets us a lot of bones. We need this to be made into bone blocks. That was a quest. We just need the skull now, so the black dye. And that's coming in. Nope, that's not correct. Black dye comes from... it says you can get it from here, but it needs to be charcoal, I think. So, charcoal. Right there. Charcoal, black dye. We'll make a skull. Cool. We'll make a dormant effigy. Those are quests. So Dr. Frankenstein, we get more bone blocks. Mod pack, you can craft special effigies that, when used, instantly summon their respective entity. They require infusion with some specific liquids. Okay. Skeleton skull, we got an extra one of these. What did that say? Using compacted bones, you can craft skeleton skulls. Okay. So the dormant effigy can be turned with lava into a blaze effigy. But we need a fluid... what is it? Fluid encapsulator. Let's go in here. We'll make a stack of tin gears because we can. We'll make a bunch of machine frames because, again, we can. Stack of copper gears, no big deal. And sure, why not? A stack of the redstone flux coils. Fluid encapsulator. Let's also get that guy. And can we make these if we have lead gears? And because we have these resources on AutoCraft, we'll just make a bunch of them. Now, I'm not certain how's our power holding up? It's doing all right. So, for now, let's get an energy cable, because we'll just do this manually for a minute. Place that guy there. We'll place the effigies inside. And we'll get our tank. And it's in bucket mode. Now these guys, Basal's, Blitz, Blizz. Because I'm going to need ender pearls. And the ender pearls we can get by washing cinder flower. Cinder flower we get by crushing netherrack. Netherrack we can get by haunting clay. So let's let that do that. Let's grab a stack of clay. If we grab a stack of clay, we can throw that on here. Nope, that's not correct. That can go on here once this sand washes. That is going to get us netherrack, and then we need the big crushing wheels. Oh, I didn't put these upgrades in. So we got our blaze effigy. Now we can use this. It might be better just to put these in a blaze rod. Let's see, we get 0 to 1 and 1. So I feel like it's not a problem if we just pop it in here. And then we can also take that and run it back through the pulverizer to get us 3. The mechanical squeezer gets us a little bit of lava and possibly 3. Oh, this one gets us maybe almost 4, so we're definitely going to put that down here. Do we need just the straight up blaze rod? I don't think so. Incomplete. Blazing generator. I don't think we need a blaze rod for anything. So we'll just pop it in here, and that'll get turned into blaze powder. And we had 7 of them. So we had 7 of them, which means we did get 4 from each, which is pretty nice. Oh, using the eggs, I cooked up some of them and mixed them with my bread to make egg sandwiches. Okay. Our clay. Our clay that we turned into netherrack. This we're going to use to make cinder flower, which can only be made in a crusher, which we do not have access to yet because we don't have the miniaturation field projector, which we could almost get. We need the ender pearls. So we do need the wheels. So I'm going to go craft the wheels and get those hooked up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the crafters, but the problem is it overstresses my unit, or overstresses my system. So over here, one of the things that I was working on was getting lava set up so that we could make a boiler, a steam boiler from Create. So for that, we're going to need tanks, the fluid tanks. So we're going to need... Just take some copper and get that stamped up. So we'll let that sit and run. We're also going to need the empty blaze burner. We'll take 4 of them for now. We're gonna need some more effigies. Iron nuggets. Why are iron nuggets being weird? They should not be being weird because of our system here. I think maybe they just got a little bit too much in there. Yeah, it's still okay. What was I? We were grabbing our black dye and our bone meal because we're going to make as many bones as we can. We need the effigies. Need more bone blocks. Let's go ahead and come down and throw these in here. Because we're going to need to spawn 4 blazes. Put our copper back on there. And then the barrels. We need planks. Let's get rid of the mineral. Let's get oak. Get as many as we can. 6 is not going to be enough. Let's try that. 24. That might be enough tanks. So we place those guys there and those. If we do it in a 4x4, we'll take a couple more. There we go. And let's go back to create. Because we need, let's see, we have the blaze burner, we have this, we're gonna need the steam engine, which takes gold plates, so we're gonna need gold plates as well. I'm really gonna need 1 for now, but I'll make a bunch more. Create, boom, steam engine. That should be, we need a straw, which is going to be a bamboo. How do we get bamboo? From the market. We don't have access to emeralds yet. Okay, we don't have access to pandas. That's pretty obvious. Emeralds are the next tier, tier 3. Okay, we can still make the blaze burner. We'll just have to power it with something else. Let's pop over to here. We need our bone meal. We don't need the dye, just the bone meal. Bones, craft. Take those. We'll make another skeleton skull, effigy. Pop those in there. Grab 4 buckets of lava. Those are really fast. So now we have 4 blaze burners. If we come over here, let's put our tank down here. And we can always move it later. And we'll pop these down on top of it. Ugh. Got our legs. I did put an aqueous accumulator down here. I'm going to move that briefly. Those leaves. Because we need water in this. So, 2 leaves. Okay, so that's full of water. We just need a water pipe. This is kind of just a temporary setup, and let's get a pipe upgrade as well. That should be plenty, and then our steam engine. So if we place this onto here, we should be able to place a shaft onto here. And then we can do a gearbox, cogwheel, just temporarily. We'll say output and put that on there. So we've got water size. The heat is very low. But I think, let me grab a bucket, and I'm going to grab coal too. So coal and a bucket, because I might be able to power it with lava buckets. Let's see, but I don't know if it'll consume the bucket. So 83 buckets. Yep, that does work. So we can manually feed it lava. And now we're making a lot of stress. But it overstressed for some reason. That way? There we go. Nope. It broke all of our water wheels, I think is what I just heard. And I'm picking up water wheels, so... Interesting. So it's flowing that way. Which means the water is flowing in the opposite direction. That's okay. We can fix that. That might screw up our fans. Actually, it's not gonna do a whole lot to fix it because actually we'll just have to move this. Put a gearbox there. Shaft. Now it's working okay. But this system's not working because it needs to get moved up. And I bet these fans are going in the... No, I think they're going in the correct direction. They're getting particle effects. So the problem is... Actually, I can move all those back. I just need to put down another gearbox. So let's fix that back up the way it was. So it was a shaft. And we'll do gearbox, gearbox. And water wheels. Okay, water wheels are okay going this direction now. And And I think... Why does it say it's overstressed? That doesn't make any sense, right? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Ugh. Okay. That's embarrassing. And we got ash. Apparently, we picked up our own ashes. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so if we break that, it works. So I guess... Does this work? No. Oh, because of how fast it... Oh, because it's moving too fast. Yes, because the steam engine's moving faster. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. So if I do this... There we go. That's what the problem was. Okay. So that is fine. Yeah, because this... Yeah, this is actually making that a lot faster. Yeah. Okay. Because I inverted it, because the power is coming from there, these are actually making it faster. This is actually turning the speed down on that. Okay. So... let's head back upstairs. These guys are working. This is creating 16,000 stress units. Now, what did I just turn? Oh, yeah. Okay, the crafting wheels. Let's see if we have enough. We don't. I would have to slow these down. So, let's do that. Let's say, hey, you... need to be slower. Did that make it slower? Or is that making it faster? I can't tell. I think that's as fast as it's gonna get. So I think I need to go this way. No, that's making it faster. So I need to go the opposite direction. Little, big, little, big. No, I need to put the little on here to turn it down. There we go. There we go. And we need a little bit more andesite alloy. We also need our andesite here and some oak. 4 of them. We got this guy. And then these. And that'll get us our crafting wheels. Or our crushing wheels. Okay. So that completed a quest that's like way back here. Where is it at? I don't remember. Right here. Nope, that's not it. Okay, whatever. I don't know which one it completed. But now that we've done that, how much of our power are we using? I have a stressometer here. Now this needs to be in a different spot. This needs to be, let's put it upstairs. Put it here. Network stress remaining 1,000 out of 16,000. If I do that, we have 3,000. I'm not sure how much these use, or how much they're gonna use when I place them down. Okay, but what I think I'm gonna do is call that one there. I know that I said I wanted to get a mob farm going, but we did get a whole lot of other stuff done. You know, we've got this guy set up here, and what I think that I might do is reconfigure our setups down here. I'm thinking I'm gonna get rid of these water wheels. Oh yeah, look, they broke. They're not even doing anything anyway. So I think I'll get rid of these water wheels and then get all of this system hooked up to this over here as well. I guess I'll need that. So I'll do that between episodes, and then next episode we will get the mob farm done that I thought we were going to get done today. Anyways, thanks for stopping in. Hope to see you in the next one.